Mina Pascua was born in the Toronto Stock Exchange TSE as Mina Pascua Prospectus in 1994-1995. From the onset, Barrick Gold Corporation set out to deliver to the markets, financial establishment, banks, a false prospectus that was improperly backed by titles of concessions of salts and nitrates that lacked minerals sold to Barrick Gold Corporation in 1994. The truth of the matter is that in 1994, when Barrick acquired the concessions Amarillos 1 to 3000, they were under 800 hectares of land. And still, they were concessions of salts and nitrates, so reported by the National Service of Geology and Mining as late as 2011 to us in information that we presented to the Chilean courts. In the year 1995, I received a story from one of my knowledgeable miners of the mountain that he had been assisting Barrick Gold Corporation teams in exploration of the properties that Barrick Gold Corporation had acquired from lacked minerals, especially in the Mina Pascua area, Proyecto Nevada at the time. He told me and confided to me that the geologists of Barrick had in fact taken UTM coordinates and had GPS themselves a new mining property to be registered in Chile that was located in Argentina. I asked very clearly to the miners to identify the areas and how did they know that it was Argentina, and it was known to them that there was a border demarker points in certain hills that belonged to Argentina, and that's where the Barrick Gold Corporation geologists were. I was later able to corroborate that information through a study of the mining property of Barrick Gold Corporation and the payments of said concessions onto the treasury of the government of Chile. And we discovered that they had altered the payments to the Treasury Department, and they had increased the amount of mining property with new names and UTMs that effectively did correspond to the country of Argentina, which in effect invalidated everything that they did, and they were trading at that moment in the stock exchange in Canada without a valid title or property to respond for their Mina Pascua prospectus. Let alone that the prospectus did not allow Barrick Gold Corporation to sell gold, only salts and nitrates. In fact, it's only through a recent 23rd civil court case that I was able to successfully, under arrest warrants and with police escort, to bring in the ex-president of Chile to declare. And what does he do? He actually tells a testimony that the government, in writing to the same court, was telling the opposite. They were trying to cover up. There is a cover-up here. But it's a cover-up that defeats everything that Canada stands for. Barrick used to cost $59 its stock and it went down to $7. Silver Wheaton used to cost near $60 and it went down to $11. Come on. That's pillage of the wealth of innocent investors. And how did it happen? It happened not only because of the permissiveness of the politicians. It happened because there was willing regulators in the stock exchange in Toronto and willing regulators in the BC Securities Commission, such as Romulo Difonso, to cover up for Barrick, to create excuses, deceive the RCMP and deceive the establishment. Romulo Difonso was notified in 2009 that Barrick did not own Pascua Lama and that any business that they did with Silver Wheaton, it was against the law, and it was in fact a criminal act. Under section 400 brackets 1, he was peddling both of them a false prospectus, silver from Pascua Lama. I went farther. I told them that over my dead body they could deliver 1 ounce. And they never did. Both stocks collapsed. What did George Soros do? George Soros went and reinvested more money in Barrick to prop it up and then sold that stock at a gain. And in order to cleanse this particular market fraud, it's easy. Confront Barrick Gold Corporation with the titles that it's peddling in the stock exchange today. Barrick filed in the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States, in the New York Stock Exchange, and it has filed in the Toronto Stock Exchange under the Ontario Securities and Exchange Commission to be the rightful owner of Pascua Lama, the largest gold, silver, copper mine in the planet, with a company called Minera Nevada SPA, and some titles that they are called Tesoros concessions. Additional to that, they say that they own my concessions. Well, they never did. The Tesoros concession is and has been in my name since 2001 by judicial order and injunction. They have no permit to trespass. So this is a warning for Canada. You have another Bre-X in your hands, but this is real bad.
Hello? Oh!